5.72% profit. That's plus 128 pips during the London session. This video covers regular trading throughout the London session and one red news event on the 1st of November 2018. And please remember to hit subscribe. Okay, quickly over to these charts. I've got a couple of trades on at the moment. Seeing these moves that have been happening overnight, some beautiful moves to the upside because of the news that's come out on Brexit. Apparently Theresa May has sealed a deal. I'm not sure that it's confirmed, but it's looking like she's sealed a deal on the financial services regarding the Brexit deal. So I'm in the Euro US dollar, took one of our entry points as this came through it, and looking for further upside movement on this. This is looking pretty good. And the pound Japanese yen, I've just taken this one, it's come through one of our entry points and I've managed to get in on this, looking for further upside movement. So if this continues and this excitement around what's happening with Brexit continues this morning, we might see these really take off and some big moves. We can see massive moves overnight. So looking for further upside movement on those two trades that I'm in at the moment. Going to be scanning the charts and seeing if I can get in on any other trades. Okay, I'll be back soon with an update. Quick update, there's one more trade that I've taken. Again, as with the GJ, took this one as it came through an entry point or entry criteria that we use regarding momentum trades. So saw a big powerful move on this last candle, and I've managed to take a trade on this. So the GU, I've got in this long at 96, looking for further upside movement. Okay, so that's where I am at the moment. Pound Japanese yen, took this long. Pound US dollar and the Euro US dollar. All moving up quite nicely now. In fact, I think I'll lock break even, if I can grab the line. Just locking break even on the Euro US dollar, considering where that price has moved to. Just checking something. Yeah, around about 20 pips. Okay, so yeah, break even locked on the Euro US dollar, Pound US dollar, holding that, looking for further upside movement, and the Pound Japanese yen, the other three trades I'm in at the moment. Got a few pending orders placed as well. As I say, we've seen a lot of reasonable moves overnight and looking to get in on a few other pairs. Okay, I'll pause again for now, and I'll be back soon with an update for you. Back again as I've taken one more trade, Canadian dollar, Japanese yen, just taken this at 0.5 as it's come through one of our entry points. Looking for further upside movement on this. And a quick recap on the other trades. Pound Japanese yen, saw a little bit of a pullback there, that last candle. Starting to move off towards the upside again. Pound US dollar, again, this pulled back a little bit just now. Above that 0.0 level, looking for it to move through that 20 and possibly up towards that 50 level where I've got my take profit right now. Although we've got a red news event coming up on the pound, so I need to keep an eye on these pairs on the lead up to that news event. And Euro US dollar moving off nicely. I've locked in, let me just see, in fact I'm going to lock in 8 pips now. It gives me a 1-to-1 risk to reward. Okay, so that's the 4 trades I'm in at the moment, and I'll pause again and be back soon. Okay, just to let you know that I'm flat the market out of all trades at the moment. I'm just waiting for this GBP, the pound red news that's coming out in approximately 2 minutes. So I'll just pause for a second, keep an eye on these pound pairs and let you know if I take any trades. Back with these news trades now. This pound red news event's just been released and I'm in 2 trades. I've taken the pound US dollar long, got in that at 87, looking for further upside movement, and the pound Japanese yen, took this long too, got in this one at 59, again looking for further upside movement. Got the take profit set, stop losses in, and I'll just sit and watch what these two do. Won't be taking any more trades today. It's purely on this news event to see if that pound continues that upward move. Okay, I'll pause again and I'll be back to let you know how these trades play out. Back with an update on these news trades that I've got running at the moment. The pound US dollar that I've got in at 87 on the news event, still pushing up higher. Got my take profit there just below the 20 level, and the pound Japanese yen, again that's pushing up back through that 80 level now, looking for that to move up towards the 0.0. So just going to be hanging on. In fact, what I'll do now is just lock in break even. That's a couple of pips locked in now, and the pound US dollar, I can lock that break even in now too. That's it. I'm just going to let these run, see if they do make it up to those levels where I've got my take profit. So I'll pause again and I'll be back to let you know how I do with these. Okay, back to give you another update on these two news trades I've got running. Pound US dollar, I've locked in 10 pips on this, giving me a 1-to-1 risk to reward. And I'm just going to let this run. If it comes back and hits my stop, I'm fine with that. If it hits my take profit, even better. And same with the pound Japanese yen. Locked in 12 pips on this now, giving me a 1-to-1 risk to reward ratio. And again, I'm going to let that run either way, whichever way it goes. I shall let it run because I've got some other things to do now. And again, if it comes back and hits my price stop, 12 pips is fine. If it hits my take profit, great. Okay, I'll pause again and I'll be back in a little while. Like I said, I've got a few things to do now. I'll be back in a little while just to give you an update and finalise today's trading. Okay, we've seen that big reversal on the pound pairs just now. As I said, I'd locked in 10 pips on this pound US dollar. Price came back steady for a little while, hit my price stop, giving me 10 pips on the pound US dollar, and then just took off to the downside here. You can see this big candle. And the pound Japanese yen, exactly the same story on that. I had 12 pips locked in on this for a 1-to-1 risk to reward. Price edged back, hit my price stop, and then again took off to the downside on that pound. Okay, a little late with the roundup on today's trading, but here goes. I'll quickly run through these. The euro US dollar took 35 pips. Pound US dollar plus 19 pips. The Canadian dollar Japanese yen was plus 11 pips. Australian dollar US dollar plus 12. The pound Japanese yen plus 21 pips. US dollar Canadian dollar 8 pips. And then the news event that I took for the London session was the pound Japanese yen. I got plus 12 on that. And the pound US dollar plus 10 pips on that. And so finally, the trades taken was 8. I won 8 of those trades, lost none, giving me 128 pips, and that equates to 5.72% profit on my capital. If you'd like to find out more about the way that we trade at the Price Action Traders Institute, go to my website, which is www.uk2asia.com, and you'll find all the information you need there. And please remember to hit subscribe. Thanks very much for watching, and I'll be back soon with another video.